All right, you guys, welcome back. This is a continuation of this weekend's live stream that we never got to have because of all of the storm interference and the technical difficulties with reception. So I decided to just go ahead and make the video so that you would have something before Valentine's Day. These are cute, they're fast, and they come from the original Sophia Prong tutorial, which you can find linked in the video description here and also in my video catalog on my channel. But this is a wonderful mid-wire technique for setting your gemstones within a prong cup. It's a delicate prong cup but very strong, and these are 10 and 12, I think they're 10 millimeter gemstones. They're CZs. I'm using 20 gauge round soft copper wire and 16 inches of it to set the gemstone, and then take the extended wires into these cute little heart designs. So I'll start from here because you can always go ahead and watch the Sophia Prong video and get a bunch of these set up, and then just jump into here and make several of these cute little hearts once you get all set up with a bunch of prongs. All right, so we'll get started from here, and we'll go ahead and make a few of these, and I'll just show you how this really easy one-wire technique gets you a bunch of cute and wonderful little heart shapes that you can do a lot of stuff with. Earrings, pendants, you can dangle some things, you can weave, you can hammer, etc. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use my chain nose plier, and I'm going to start with my Sophia Prong cup, and I'm going to hold the wire about 3 millimeter below the cup. I'll make a sharp bend straight up and over the top center. Move the plier, hold the side of the bend, and then you can take the wire and just do a gentle curve to the side here of the gemstone. Go ahead and press that closed slightly, but don't close it all the way because you got to come back through that. So you've got something that looks like this. The wire is on the same plane as the vertical wire, so if you put it down, you kind of got a flat 45 degree or so here. From here, okay, so if you hear Jolene in the background having a chew on her bone, that's what you hear. I just wanted to point that out because she's quite loud right now. All right, so from here, we're going to make a curve for the heart, and we're going to aim it right back here to the center of this wire. We'll come in behind it. So I'll use the pad of my finger, and I'll just create a little elegant curve. I'll come above the gemstone and bring the wire behind the other wire. You can just hold it right here and create as nice of a curve as you can. Bring the wire kind of down and diagonal. Just manipulate that with your finger until you get a nice, beautiful, elegant curve. And then from here you can take your plier. Try not to shift this other wire out of center, but hold the curved wire, and then just go ahead and take a vertical bend right back over itself and hairpin it right back over itself, just like that. Make sure that everything is shaped the way you want it before you tighten that down. I'm just going to take this little bump out of this and make it a little more elegant right there by tapping it from the back. So I get more of a straight, elegant line right there. And that looks pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll hold on to this and just squeeze this down so that the wire comes back down on itself. Just take your time and get a nice hard squeeze right there. Kind of looks like that. So you've got something that kind of looks like this, And this wire is coming out at about 45 degrees or so. You can kind of see that here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but, and I've got a nice shape to my heart, the half of my heart. So then I'll come to this side, just hold the center right here and start a nice curve. Come behind this point. And you can shape that with your finger, or you can shape that with a round nose plier, but I kind of try to get the shape going on first that I like, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be whimsy. That's pretty good there. Once you get the shape, go ahead and bend it back out slightly and put a deep bend at the end here. You're going to come through this space. That's Jolene in the background. Having a drink of water after she's had her chew on her bone. I apologize, but I just don't want to remake this video. Okay, and I'm pulling it through. And I'm just going to reshape this, and it should come back to, you know, because we pre-shaped it, it should come back to a nice form for you. Or you can also use the round nose plier and just come in here with very soft and gentle little taps and shape that curve. I might have to remake this video. I'll put this one out to bloopers. She's just having a drink and a chew, and she's not at all being delicate about it. Oh my goodness. From here, I'm going to bend this wire horizontal a little bit and hold on to this curve so you don't lose the shape, and just make a nice little elegant loop down here and bring it back to this side. I'm going to give this one to members because they know Jolene. I'll take my plier and I'll squeeze right there. I'll make another one for the public. And I'll come back around and just kind of echo that inside wire. Shape it to the back so that you have just a nice, you know, flowing kind of echo of a heart just to the outside there. And once you get it shaped, go ahead and pull back a little bit and get this wire end through the heart and back to the front, and then just reshape everything gently with your fingers. Bring this wire to the top, or you could bring it to the bottom if you want of the first curve. Depends on how you know, what kind of space you have there and what kind of look you want. Go ahead and straighten this leading wire. And I usually just give it a good look, get it positioned, and then take the bend. I'm going to come below it, below the first bend. So I'm holding the curve here so I don't lose my beautiful shape, and I'm just going to bend this straight up. It's a little bit of a wiggle, but you can do it. It's a little bit tight, but you can get it. Once it's there and it's in place, I'm going to take my plier and just give it a squeeze and make it tight. You have something that looks like this. And now at this side, I'm going to take the wire that's the opposite wire, so it's a little bit longer. And for me, it's the one on top. I'll put my thumb right there, and I'll bend the wire and curve it so that it kind of just echoes the other half of the heart. And again, you can just be whimsical. It doesn't have to be perfect. Kind of like radiating love. Just use my finger and make that a little more elegant. And just keep shaping it with your fingers until you're happy. And that's pretty good there. And come behind the heart. And we're just going to take a hard bend, you know, straight back to the front. So make sure that it looks the way you want it to. And this is very forgiving. We can always go back in and reshape, you know, a little bit here and a little bit there. So I'm back here behind the bottom tip of the heart. I'll make sure that the wire is laying the way I want it to. I'll hold everything in place, and then just with my finger, I'll make a sharp bend up and over that bottom intersection right there. Take your plier, give it a little bit of a squeeze. Don't need to kill it, just tighten it up a little bit. And then with the remainder of this wire, you can do a lot, including just coming up here and making another cute little echo, and we can spiral it off to that inside area. Or we could come behind it, you know, give it a little bit of a kind of off the shoulder look here. That's kind of cute. Let's do that. And so I'll hold it and just create a little curve that echoes the inside of the heart. Like that. Come over here and we'll cut that little bit off. About there. Get your round nose plier. Hold everything. Get to the very tip of that wire. Hold that curve. And then just use your plier and turn your wrist, holding that curve so that you have some resistance there. You can regrip and just keep spiraling in until you create a nice, cute little spiral that lives on the inside of that heart right there. That's super cute. I love it. So I'm going to leave that there. And now, depending on what you want to do with this particular piece, you can use the remainder of this to either add more design, or you can, you know, create a little loop up here that you can cause a bail with. You also can turn this obviously into an earring by leaving yourself a hook, or making this into a hook even. So lots of things you can do with this. I'm probably going to make it into a little loop up here to make it a pendant. So it's still tight right there. I'm just going to turn right in between these. Let's see what I do. I might change my mind just completely midway. Let's see what I do. I'm going to come, because I always tend to want to use the wire. So I'm going to make, oh, that's super cute. I'm going to make that little bit so I can put a pendant bail on there. And I'll just bring it around into a cute loop. Like this. And then I'll curl that back up right there. And we'll, you know, we'll use some 28 gauge and we'll sew some of these things together so it's sturdy. And you can even sew on some bead balls, or you could weave. Lots of things you could do with this. So I cut the excess. I'm going to take my round nose plier and make a tiny little curl right here. I probably could have left a little bit more on there. Yeah, I could have left a little bit more on there, but that's okay. I'm just going to make a tiny little curl that comes up and closes right there. I love it. Super cute. And now I'm going to make a tiny bail that I can dangle from here. Or like one of the members did, she used the Angelina swing bail, which is also linked down in the description. And she used that bail for this little bit, and it turned out gorgeous. Obviously, you can also put an earring hook right here. And if you make two of these and do them, you know, in reverse order or mirror order, then you have a darling little pair of earrings. So I hope you enjoyed that, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and make another one, and give you this because that worked out really good. I'll let you embellish it as you please, and I hope you enjoy that and stick around for the next one. Thanks! So this turned out super darling. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up on the video, leave me a comment, and let me know how you feel. And also stick around for another variation. I've got several of these, and I'm just going to try to wrap a bunch of these for you so that you have some different ones that you can riff off of. You can hammer these, you can weave, you can add bead balls, use your 28 gauge and be super creative with it. All right, you guys, see you for the next one.